Hi, I am Cheyenne Hoelscher, and I am presenting on mixed methods research. What is mixed methods research? Mixed methods research is the utilization of quantitative and qualitative data. The idea is that the two forms of data will create better insight into the problem. So qualitative research plus quantitative research equals more insight, which is the mixed methods research theory. Pros and cons of mixed method research. Pros are that this type of research builds the strengths of both types of research. There are alternate perspectives to the research. So you have the qualitative data and the quantitative data. You can put them both together to develop an understanding deeper of the research that you're doing. And then you have better insight into the problem. The cons are that it is more time consuming, it can be expensive, the data can be hard to decipher, and discrepancies can be difficult to find between the two. It can also be difficult to connect the finding between the two sets of data. One type of research within mixed methods is the exploratory research, and we'll look at that with my research today. This uses the two-phase model. The two-phase model is a way of collecting the data. So the way that exploratory research uses it is the first step is collecting and analyzing the qualitative data that is being used. This is to determine how you're going to use the quantitative data. In step 2, that's when you follow up with the quantitative data to balance each other out and get your results. The article that we are looking at today is the implementation of gamification and Bloom's digital taxonomy-based assessment, a scaled development study with mixed method sequential exploratory design. It was published in 2023 through Emerald Publishing Limited and Interactive Technology and Smart Education. The purpose of this research is to construct a scale and identify factors that may affect the implementation of gamification with assessment in the classroom. This research uses the sequential exploratory mixed methods design, and the questions that were discussed were: how did students' learning experiences with gamification and Bloom's digital taxonomy-based assessments help them achieve learning goals, and what factors may affect the implementation of gamification and Bloom's digital taxonomy-based assessment in assisting students achieving learning goals. The contextual factors were that it was one professor and he taught 3 college-level classes, and those were the students that were being researched. The research was conducted over the course of a semester, which was 12 weeks. The strengths of this were, and the major findings were, that overall students found gamification on Bloom's digital taxonomy-based assessments to be more engaging, more friendly, competition, more opportunities for interactive learning feedback, and more understandable learning goals and objectives. This was the same for the quantitative data that was collected, except there was more focus on just 2 themes, which students found on the survey that they put that it is more engaging for the assessments to be gamified. On the site that they were using quiz, and that it was easier, more understandable learning goals. Therefore, they had an easier time taking the assessment. My overall takeaways on this is that gamification on assessment increases student engagement and helps students better understand what their learning objectives are. Their research was isolated on one professor, and I would like to explore the concept more on formative assessments to guide instruction through gamification. And this research design helps support both teachers' understanding and the participants' understanding of the tool, such as when students were able to better explain that they found gamification through assessment more engaging and more understandable. Thank you again for listening to my presentation.